Let's get you some real-time feedback and analysis on developments so far today in the Kenyan capital. Kelly Lemon joins us live from London, and Minaz Manji, the Managing Director of Twiga Tours, is live in studio with us as well. Kelly, let's start with you in London. What exactly is intelligence data that prompted the United Kingdom to revise the travel advisory to Kenya on the 14th of May?
Well, Britain's Foreign Office is making it clear that its travel advice is based on previous and current attacks in the area, and obviously the attacks today further support that decision. Now, it's not the first time we've seen a response like this from the Foreign Office, but some news agencies like the BBC are saying the travel update appears to be prompted by specific intelligence supporting threats specifically targeting tourists. Now, much to the Kenyan government's frustration, this information isn't being made public. However, it's worth mentioning over 200 people died in Bali in 2002 after officials failed to react sufficiently to warnings of a terrorist attack, a situation officials here won't want to repeat.
Indeed, Mr. Minaz, as someone in the Kenyan tourism industry, can you give us a sense of how deep these cancellation of bookings go? How's the industry been affected by what's happened this week?
Well, firstly, I must express my deep concern at the FCO advisory against travel to Kenya. The thing is that if the British intelligence had credible evidence, they should have shared it with Kenyan authorities, and that is what has irked not only the Kenyan government but the tourism industry. And obviously what has happened is that it has caused panic amongst visitors traveling to Kenya, especially in light of the fact that the British tour operators decided to evacuate visitors who had only just arrived. So this has caused a lot of fear and anxiety, and as a result, we are seeing, tremendous cancellations.
Indeed. Kelly, let's pick up on what Mr. Minaz there is talking about, the frustration that has been expressed by the Kenyan authorities. Has there been any reaction to the criticism from President Uhuru Kenyatta today from the Foreign Office?
Well, at this stage the information remains limited, and with today's attacks it remains a fast-moving situation. Now, Kenyan authorities are concerned about the damage this is doing to the tourism industry, as you say, an industry already on its knees after the attacks we saw last year. However, the Foreign Office here in the UK is making its stance clear, and planes are being chartered to get British tourists out of the area as soon as possible.
Mr. Manji, on the 28th of March, the President described the Kenyan tourism industry as being on its knees. Given what has happened this week, what do you think is the outlook for the industry for the rest of the year?
It's very, very bleak, and I hate to say this, but it is indeed very bleak, because what has happened, especially now under the present circumstances, it has caused panic and fear amongst visitors wanting to travel. So obviously all the forward bookings are slowly dwindling away, which means that we could end up with very, very limited bookings over our peak period, and that is what the industry was hoping to cash in on. So if that trend continues, then obviously it is going to be a serious situation where hotels will have to lay off their employees. Tour operators, many of them may have to shut down. Mama Boga, who is selling her vegetables to all these hotels, curio vendors, etc., are going to find a very, very difficult scenario to handle.
Indeed. Final question to you, Kelly. We know that Thomson has cancelled flights to Mombasa until the 31st of October. What are the other travel agencies in the UK doing? Are they following Thomson's suit?
Well, the travel operator operating Thomson's and First Choice say those already in the country will be flown out by Monday, with other travel operators postponing any flights and holidays to the area until further notice. Now, hotels in Kenya say about 400 tourists have already checked out and left the area, which is why we're seeing such criticism from Kenyan authorities. Now, attacks today are putting more pressure on operators to get their guests out of the area as soon as possible, and analysts expect other tour operators to follow suit.
Indeed, we'll have to leave it there for the time being. Thank you very much for your feedback tonight. Mr. Minaz Manji here in our studio in Nairobi, and Kelly Lemon live in London.